In 1967, a young Dolly Parton arrived in Nashville with only $20 in her pocket, dreams in her heart, and songs no one seemed interested in hearing. Raised in the poverty-stricken mountains of Tennessee, Dolly was the fourth of 12 children in a family that struggled to make ends meet. Despite the lack of material wealth, her childhood was rich in music, as her mother sang old Appalachian ballads and her grandfather, a Pentecostal preacher, filled their tiny church with gospel hymns. But it wasn't just the poverty that marked Dolly's early years. It was the shame. She often found herself the subject of ridicule for her homemade clothes and barefoot walks. The humiliation she felt in her youth never quite disappeared, but it fueled her desire to escape the mountains and find a place where her voice could finally be heard. A childhood shaped by music and poverty. Dolly's early life was a mixture of hardship and resilience. Her father, a sharecropper, worked tirelessly but could never provide enough for his large family. The family's cabin lacked the basic comforts like electricity or running water, and winters were brutal. But in the face of such adversity, music became Dolly's refuge. At a young age, she began writing her own songs and performing them. By 10 years old, she was already a local radio personality, showcasing a voice that defied her years. Despite the poverty and the sting of feeling less than, Dolly found solace in her ability to sing. By the age of 13, she debuted at the Grand Ole Opry, marking the first of many steps towards her future as a country music legend. The decision to leave home. Dolly's drive to escape poverty was relentless. Although she loved her family dearly, she knew that staying in the mountains would mean being trapped in the same cycle of hardship. Upon graduating high school in 1964, she packed her belongings into a cardboard suitcase and boarded a Greyhound bus to Nashville. At just 18, Dolly's optimism and determination outweighed her fears. She was armed with nothing but $20, her guitar, and a deep belief in her own talent. She knew Nashville was a city of dreams, but it was also a city that often devoured those who dared to pursue them. Still, Dolly was determined to make her mark, and nothing, not even hunger or rejection, would stop her. Rejection and struggle in Nashville. Arriving in Nashville, Dolly quickly realized that dreams alone weren't enough. Music Row was filled with hopefuls, each one trying to claim a piece of the dream. But for Dolly, the doors to success remained shut. Executives mocked her appearance, her voice, and her background. They saw her as too country for country music, and many of her demos were dismissed with cold indifference. Rejection after rejection weighed heavily on her. Yet Dolly refused to give up. She took any job she could, from singing demos for other artists to waitressing, and survived on ketchup packets and crackers. Despite the odds stacked against her, she continued to write songs, hoping one would resonate with the right person. A glimmer of hope. Monument Records. In 1966, a small but promising opportunity came Dolly's way when Monument Records offered her a contract. Though the deal was restrictive and low-paying, Dolly knew it was her chance to be heard. Her first single, Dumb Blonde, was released in 1967, climbing to number 24 on the country charts. For the first time, Dolly's voice was being recognized. However, success came at a price. The label wanted to mold her into a pop star, stripping away her country roots. Dolly found herself recording songs she didn't believe in, but she carried on, knowing that this was just the beginning of her journey. Yet, even as her songs charted, the money remained elusive, and the loneliness of Nashville's cutthroat music scene continued to haunt her. The turning point, joining the Porter Wagoner Show. In 1967, just when Dolly thought the industry had nothing left to offer, she received a life-changing offer from Porter Wagoner, a country music star with a popular TV show. He invited her to be his co-host, providing her with national exposure and a steady paycheck. This partnership was a dream come true for Dolly, who had struggled for so long in the shadows. But as much as it was a blessing, it soon became a gilded cage. While she gained fame she found herself stifled by Porter's control over her career. Though Dolly was grateful for the opportunity, Porter's management style grew increasingly oppressive. He controlled everything from her wardrobe to her song choices, and Dolly began to feel like she was losing herself. The struggles behind the scenes. The partnership with Porter Wagoner, though successful, began to take a toll on Dolly's creativity and independence. While they performed together, Dolly started to feel like she was trapped in a role she had never envisioned for herself. She was the blonde co-star, the one who smiled, sang, and followed orders. Porter's control over her career left little room for artistic freedom, and Dolly's frustration grew. She felt as if she was drowning under the weight of his expectations, and the constant battle for creative freedom only intensified as the years went on. Dolly later admitted, "He treated me like I was his property," highlighting the emotional and artistic toll the relationship took on her. Breaking free, writing, "I Will Always Love You." After 7 years of creative control and personal battles, Dolly finally reached her breaking point. She realized she needed to leave Porter and claim her independence, both as an artist and as a person. It was the hardest decision she had ever made, but she knew it was necessary for her growth. Dolly wrote the song, "I Will Always Love You," as a farewell to Porter, expressing both gratitude and the need to move on. The song wasn't just about love. It was about letting go and asserting her own voice. When Dolly played the song for Porter, he was moved, and though reluctantly, he agreed to release her from their contract, paying the price for freedom. While Dolly gained her freedom, it didn't come without a cost. Porter demanded a settlement for their partnership, and Dolly had to scrape together the money to buy back her career. She had fought for years to be free, but the financial burden of breaking free from the contract left her with little. The years under Porter's control had left scars that money could never heal. But Dolly's resilience never wavered. Even in the face of adversity, she found the strength to keep moving forward. A new chapter. Finding success on her own terms. Once free from Porter's grasp, Dolly embraced her artistic freedom and began to chart her own path. She released her first album as an independent artist and became a symbol of strength and resilience in the music industry. Her career skyrocketed as she embraced her authentic self, writing and performing songs that reflected her true voice. Hits like Jolene, 9 to 5, and I Will Always Love You solidified her place in country music history, but her impact went far beyond that. Dolly became a global icon, not just for her music, but for her unshakable spirit and determination to succeed on her own terms. Dolly's legacy, a journey of triumph and resilience. Dolly Parton's journey from poverty to stardom is a story of perseverance, resilience, and the transformative power of music. She overcame rejection, loneliness, and personal battles to become one of the most beloved figures in American history. Her rise to fame was not just a result of talent, but of an unwavering determination to succeed, no matter the odds. Though she faced unimaginable challenges, Dolly's story is one of triumph. She built an empire, wrote over 3,000 songs, and became a symbol of hope for millions around the world. Even after 6 decades of stardom, Dolly's journey continues to inspire, reminding us all that no matter where we come from, we have the power to shape our own destiny.